In last lecture, we have done preparation of alkanes के fourth process students. First process is Siberian-Sanderson reaction. We can form ethane, propane, butane, any kind of alkane by this reaction, students. We use 1 mole of hydrogen to convert alkene to alkane. We use 2 moles of hydrogen for propane, convert to alkyne to alkane. We use 2 very, very important hydrogenating agents for Siberian-Sanderson reaction, platinum and palladium. Whenever we use platinum and palladium, the temperature required is room temperature. Whenever you will take Rene nickel, temperature required 473 Kelvin to 573 Kelvin. In unsaturated hydrocarbon ka reduction, we can't get it methane, student. Second reaction was alkyl halide ka reduction, student. In alkyl halide ka reduction, we can form methane, ethane, propane, butane, whatever you want, students. But if we will take nascent hydrogen with alkyl halide, we use zinc copper couple with alcohol. If you take H2, students, we will take zinc and HCl for this reaction. Now third reaction was Wurtz reaction. In Wurtz reaction, student, we can't form methane, we can form symmetrical alkanes, we can form even number of carbon alkanes. We can't form odd number of carbon alkanes. In this reaction, I told you already, when you have 2 different type of alkyl, we will get 3 types of alkanes, and student, these 3 type of alkanes having a very nearly boiling point, so we can separate by a very expensive process, fractional distillation. In the last reaction, student, we use the Corehouse reaction. Corehouse reaction is the superior process to formation of symmetrical as well as unsymmetrical alkanes. In this reaction, we use lithium as a metal and student, dry ether as a solvent, student. In Corehouse reaction, we cannot form methane by this reaction, student. Now come on. Reaction number 5. Come on, page number 8. Come on, page number 8. Down the box, students. Alkane का formation by carboxylic acid. Alkane formation by carboxylic acid. Student, we know that the formula of carboxylic acid is RCOOH. Any alkyl group attached with COOH group known as carboxylic, students. We can write this structure RC double bond OOH. We can write this structure RCO2H. So student, carboxylic acid functional group is COOH, student. In this carboxylic acid, any alkyl group attached to the COOH functional group, students. In this reaction, we can form alkane by this carboxylic acid. First of all, students, in this reaction, third line in the paragraph, students, you underline a point, decarboxylation. Third line of this paragraph, from carboxylic acid, decarboxylation. What is the means of decarboxylation? Student, decarboxylation means removal of CO2 from salt of carboxylic acid. Salt of carboxylic acid, students. What is the means of decarboxylation? Decarboxylation means removal of CO2 from salt of carboxylic acid, students. So in this reaction, first we will make a salt of sodium carboxylic acid, students. So first of all, decarboxylation means you have to mention over here removal of CO2 from Removal of CO2 from salt of carboxylic acid is decarboxylation, students. Decarboxylation. Now students, first of all, I will introduce how you can convert carboxylic acid in their own salt, students. Whenever you will take any carboxylic acid, you react with strong base like that NaOH. Student, we know that RCOOH is the acid, NaOH is a base. Whenever acid base neutralize, students, you will get salt plus H2O. You will get salt plus H2O, students. In 9th standard, 10th standard, this reaction is given. Any acid and base reacts to each other, they will form salt plus water. So now, acid release H plus ion, base release OH minus ion. Now H and OH combine, they will form H2O, and now you have a salt of carboxylic acid, students. So now, in this reaction, first you prepare the carboxylic acid ka salt. When carboxylic acid reacts with strong base, you always get salt plus water, students. In reaction number 5, alkanes ka formation by carboxylic acid, student, you mention over here, you mention this reaction RCOOH plus NaOH will give you RCOONA plus H2O. RCOONA plus H2O. Now, this salt of carboxylic acid, now this salt of carboxylic acid का यहाँ पर अपन करेंगे students decarboxylation. So now students, first you make carboxylic acid plus strong base, you will have a salt plus water over here. You mention your reaction from carboxylic acid के just सामने, student. In front of this, you write this equation. Whenever acid and base reacts to each other, when acid and base reacts to each other, they will form salt plus water. They will form salt plus water. You tell me, Ananya, क्या हुआ?
Sir, is decarboxylation same as neutralization reaction?
तो अक्ल नहीं है क्या? मैं बता रहा हूँ कि सबसे पहले सॉल्ट तो बनाना सीखते हैं. First of all, you make a salt of carboxylic acid. Afterward, decarboxylation takes place. Student, first of all, student, I will make a salt of carboxylic acid, and the second step is decarboxylation. Okay, Nanya? Second step is decarboxylation. First of all, student, how I make the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. So, student, you mention from carboxylic acid के सामने, student, RCOH plus NaOH will give you RCOONA plus H2O. In this reaction, students, RCOONA, this is the sodium salt of carboxylic acid, reacts with soda lime mixture. Reacts with soda lime mixture. Reacts with soda lime mixture. Student, you mentioned in the paragraph NaOH plus CaO का mixture is soda lime mixture. Soda lime mixture. Student, this mixture is also known as decarboxylating agent. Decarboxylating agent, student. NaOH plus CaO का mixture is decarboxylating agent, student. Decarboxylating agent. NaOH plus CaO का mixture is known as soda lime mixture. Soda lime mixture is decarboxylating agent. And student, you have already the acid ka salt over here. Student, in this reaction, soda lime mixture is the NaOH plus CaO. In this reaction, this COONA combined with NaO form Na2CO3, and now this H combined with R only. So student, your answer will be RH with Na2CO3. Your answer will RH plus Na2CO3 student. Always in decarboxylation reaction. Always in decarboxylation reaction students. Always in decarboxylation reaction, NaOH is used. NaOH plus CaO is the decarboxylating agent student. This NaO combined with COONA part form Na2CO3 as a byproduct, and now this H of NaOH add this alkyl group students. Now come on students. If suppose I will give you CH3COONA plus NaOH in the presence of CaO on heating students. Now the same mechanism follow over here. COONA combined with ONA. You will get H is add over here. So student आपका product बनेगा CH4 along with Na2CO3 students. Anytime in soda lime mixture, CaO behave as a catalyst, and this NaOH is involved in this chemical reaction, student. Involved in this chemical reaction. In the second reaction, please see, show the mechanism over here. CH3COONA CONA combined with NaO form Na2CO3, and now this H of NaOH add on CH3 group over here. Now students, third reaction. Now student, third reaction, suppose you are having CH3CH2COONA reacts with NaOH and CaO on heating. You tell me which alkane you are getting. Come on students. Which alkane you are getting? Which alkane you are getting, students? Come on. What is the mechanism of this reaction? Come on students. What is the mechanism of this reaction? Come on. Which alkane you are obtained? Please come on. How many student knows this answer? Come on students. How many student knows this answer? Come on. How many student knows this question ka answer, students? Yeah, Aryan, tell me which alkane you are getting over here, beta.
Sorry, ethane.
Ethane, very good. This COONA combined with NaO form Na2CO3. Now this H add over here. So your answer will be CH3CH3 along with Na2CO3. In any decarboxylation reaction, byproduct will be sodium carbonate. In any decarboxylation reaction, sodium carbonate form as a byproduct. In any decarboxylation reaction, sodium carbonate form as a byproduct, student. And the second thing, students, if suppose you have 2 carbon ka salt, suppose you have 2 carbon in the salt, 1 carbon, always 1 carbon of this structure form Na2CO3. Now the alkane is always less than 1 carbon of sodium acetate over here, students. Suppose your salt has 3 carbon, so product will be 2 carbon. Suppose your salt having 3 carbon, your alkane with 2 carbon. Suppose your salt contain 4 carbon, your alkane should contain 3 carbon, student. Always your carbon is less than 1 carbon of sodium salt. Is that clear? Devansh, clear? Always your alkane is less than 1 carbon, students. Clear? Clear, students? So first of all, you underline from carboxylic acid, students. You underline this point. In this reaction, always product is 1 carbon less than sodium salt of acetic acid. Is that clear? Always alkane having 1 carbon less than sodium salt of acetate. Now, in this reaction, soda lime, we use soda lime mixture. Students, soda lime mixture is the composition of NaOH plus CaO. Soda lime mixture composition is NaOH plus CaO. This is decarboxylating agent. Now, student, I will give you one more reaction. Suppose I will give you CH3, CH2, CH2, COONA reacts with NaOH and CaO. Come on. You write this reaction in the red book. Come on, students. Yeah, Devansh, what is the product over here?
Sir, the below reactions also should be write into a red book or tuition book.
In the red book. In the red book.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah, Ritoy Banerjee, what is the answer? Come on, beta.
Propane
Propane along with
Na2CO3.
very good. Very good, students. Propane along with Na2CO3, students. Very, very good answer. Propane along with Na2CO3, students. Now, open your notebook, students. Now, student, open your notebook. Open your notebook and student, reaction number 5 to formation of alkane. You mentioned in the notebook from carboxylic acid. I will give you 3-4 reactions. Suppose I will give you CH3, CH2, 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 COONA. Reacts with NaOH and CaO ka mixture on heating. Second reaction, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, COONA plus NaOH, CO2, CaO on heating. Third reaction, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, COONA plus NaOH, CO का mixture. Reaction number 4. Reaction number 4. Reaction number 4. CH3, CH2, 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 COONA plus NaOH plus CaO. Sorry. You write all the products with byproduct, student. Come on. We use the mechanism over here. Come on, students. Okay, Karansha, what is the answer of first question, beta?
So in the first question, we'll get butane and Na2CO.
Very good. In this reaction, first you exit Na2CO3. Now this H add over here. So you have CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Your answer will be butane plus Na2CO3. Your answer will be butane plus Na2CO3. In the second question, student. In the second question, same mechanism. You remove Na2CO3 over here. You add H. So now your answer will be CH3, CH, CH3, CH3 along with Na2CO3. In the third reaction, student, again same mechanism. Na2CO3 is removed. Now this H add over here. So your answer will be CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3. Byproduct will be Na2CO3. And now in the fourth one reaction, same mechanism. You remove Na2CO3 over here and you add H. So your answer will be pentane along with Na2CO3. Your answer pentane along with Na2CO3 students. Now, any student जिसको doubts in reactions में come on है? Raise your hands, come on. Any student who have doubt in this reaction, please raise your hand, come on. Any students who have doubt in this reaction, please raise your hand. Ashutosh, you have a doubt in this reaction? Ashutosh Desai.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Rudra Shah, Rudra Joshi. You have a doubt in this reaction, beta? Now, this is decarboxylation reaction, student. Now, sometimes this question is asking in this pattern. First of all, student, if suppose I will give you this type of acid, how will you get this name of this salt of acid, student? So first of all, I will tell you, this is sodium and this is 1, 2, 3. So name of this compound is sodium propanoate. Sodium propanoate. The name of this compound is sodium propanoate, students. So suppose sometimes I will give you CH3, CH2, CH2, COO minus, Na plus. So students, come on. What is the name of this compound? Come on. This is a salt of carboxylic acid. And I want to know what is the IUPAC name of this compound? Come on, students. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? Come on. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? Come on, students. So the IUPAC name of this compound is sodium butanoate. Sodium butanoate, students. The IUPAC name of this component is sodium butanoate. So I will ask you some questions, students. Question number 5. Decarboxylation of sodium hexanoate. Decarboxylation of sodium hexanoate in the presence of decarboxylation of sodium benzoate in the presence of soda lime mixture. Soda lime mixture. The name of alkane will be the name of product, and we know that product is alkane. You tell me what is the which alkane you are getting, student? Come on. Which alkane you are getting, student? Come on. Which alkane you are getting, student? Come on. Which type of alkane you are getting, students? Now come on, student, come on. How many student knows this question ka answer? Come on. This is very simple question. The salt of carboxylic acid is given. The salt of carboxylic acid is given. The salt of carboxylic acid is given, student. Which alkane you are getting, student? So this is hexanoate. So that means this is 6 carbon. 6 carbon ka salt, student. That's why your alkane will be 5 carbon. Your products will be pentane along with Na2CO3. Your product will be pentane along with Na2CO3, students. Always in decarboxylation reaction, the alkane having 1 carbon less than products. 1 carbon less than products. Student, the number of carbon is the sodium salt. The product of alkane always less, always 1 carbon less ka product, students. Now, reaction number 6, decarboxylation. Decarboxylation of sodium pentanoate. Decarboxylation of sodium pentanoate in the presence of NaOH and CaO mixture. In the presence of NaOH and CaO mixture, the name of the product. The name of the product is. The name of the product is, student. Come on. What is the answer? The name of the product is. Come on. The name of the product is. Come on, students. Please raise your hand if you know the answer of this question. Come on. What is the alkane? Come on, student. Come on. Anshul, what is the answer? Anshul and Tipnis, what is the answer? क्या हो गया तेरे वॉइस को? चला गया क्या परमानेंटली?
Hello, sir. How are you?
What is the answer?
Butane.
Your answer will be butane. Very good. Answer will be butane over here. Butane plus Na2CO3, students. Now, question number 7. Question number 7. Decarboxylation of dash salt in the presence of NaOH and soda lime. NaOH and soda lime. The product alkane name is propane. What is the answer in this space, student? Come on. In the first time, I will ask you the reactant, not products. In the first time, I will asking the reactant ka name, not product, student. Come on. How many student knows this answer? Come on. Which salt you have over here? Which salt you have over here, students? In decarboxylation, your alkane is 3 carbon. So definitely your salt will be 4 carbon, students. So this space you fill sodium butanoate. Sodium butanoate, students. Sodium butanoate. Sodium butanoate, students. Now, question number 8. Decarboxylation of sodium heptanoate. Sodium heptanoate in the presence of NaOH and CaO. The product alkane is, come on student, the product alkane is, student, the product alkane is, the product alkane is, student. So your answer will be very simple. You have a 7 carbon salt over here. So your alkane would be 6 carbon. Your answer would be hexane over here. Your answer would be hexane. So I think this reaction, all concepts clear. Now come on, page number 8 on your red book. Come on. In the decarboxylation reaction, you write 3 very, very important points. First, in decarboxylation reaction, we can form methane. In decarboxylation reaction, we can form methane. In the second point, in decarboxylation reaction, in the second point, in decarboxylation reaction, we can form symmetrical and unsymmetrical both alkanes, symmetrical and unsymmetrical both type of alkanes. In decarboxylation reaction, we can form methane. And the second point, in decarboxylation reaction, we can form symmetrical as well as unsymmetrical, both type of alkane, students. In this reaction, we use a soda-lime mixture, very, very important. In this reaction, we use a soda-lime mixture on heating. Soda-lime mixture ka use. The use of soda-lime mixture is, soda-lime mixture always remove CO2 from the salt of carboxylic acid. Students. So soda-lime mixture is always act as a decarboxylating agent. In the Sunday test in DCT, every time the question is asking what is the composition of soda lime. So student, your answer will be sodium hydroxide plus NaOH. Nowadays, students, some question is asking from this question. You tell me, in decarboxylation reaction, which atom of NaOH add to the alkyl group? Come on. Which atom of NaOH add to the alkyl group and form alkane, student? Which atom is combined with the alkyl and form alkane, student? So your answer will be hydrogen. Your answer will be hydrogen. Your answer will be hydrogen, students. Now come on. In the decarboxylation reaction, we can form methane, we can form ethane, propane, butane, whatever you want, students. But all type of symmetrical and unsymmetrical preparation, सबसे best method is Corehouse reaction. Now come on, reaction number 6 on page number 8. On page number 8, reaction number 6, preparation of alkane by the coal-based electrolysis. The reaction name is coal-based electrolysis. This reaction is coal-based electrolysis. Student, this reaction is always given by salt of carboxylic acid. Salt of carboxylic acid, you mention over here. This reaction is given by always salt of carboxylic acid. So we can say decarboxylation and coal-based electrolysis both is given by the salt of carboxylic acid, students. And I had already tell you, whenever any carboxylic acid reacts with strong base, you can take NaOH, you can take KOH over here. Both are strong base. You have an acid over here. Whenever acid base reacts to each other, they will form a salt. Whenever acid reacts with NaOH, you will get sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Whenever RCOOH reacts with KOH, you will get potassium salt of carboxylic acid, and the byproduct is same, this H2O. Now you mention this reaction up to the Kolbe's reaction. Whenever Kolbe's reaction के ऊपर you write this reaction, RCOOH plus NaOH, RCOOH plus NaOH will give you RCOONA. If RCOOH reacts with KOH, you will get RCOOK plus H2O. We know that any acid-base reaction will give you salt plus H2O, students. Salt plus H2O. And whenever acid-base reactions are proceeded, this reaction is known as neutralization. This reaction is known as neutralization, students. In Kolbe's electrolysis, student, I want a sodium carboxylate. This is the salt of sodium carboxylic acid, students. In Kolbe's electrolysis, always 2 moles of sodium carboxylate is required. 2 moles of this. And student, 2 moles of water required in this reaction. And student, this reaction undergoing electrolysis. This reaction undergoing electrolysis, students. So please you underline a point in Kolbe's electrolysis. Kolbe's electrolysis reaction always proceeded in sodium and potassium salt of carboxylic acid with aqueous. वहां पर एक word आया होगा aqueous, students. You have a word aqueous. The means of aqueous means water. The aqueous means water, students. And one very important point in the second line, by the Kolbe's electrolysis reaction, we can form only even number of carbon alkanes products. Even number of carbon alkanes products. So you mentioned symmetrical alkane over here. Symmetrical alkane over here. But you mention one more line. In Kolbe's electrolysis reaction, always we will take it 2 moles of sodium salt of carboxylic acid with 2 moles of water. Always in electrolysis reaction, we will take 2 moles of salt of carboxylic acid with 2 moles of water. Electrolysis processes occur, students. Now, this is an electrolysis process. That's why I have a container. In this container, we have a salt of sodium acetate along with water. You have a mixture of sodium acetate along with water, students. This is electrolysis, students. So 2 types of electrode is required. One electrode is anode, the other electrode is cathode, students. When you supply the current in this mixture, student, you have a 2 moles of salt, 2 moles of water, students. When you supply the current, your sodium salt of acetic acid dissociate in CH3COO minus and Na plus. At the same time, water is also dissociate. Then when water is dissociate, you will get 2 types of ion, OH minus and H plus, students. In this reaction, you have 2 moles of sodium acetate, 2 moles of water. So students, you have 1 mole over here. So now, whenever electrolysis process takes place, 2 moles of sodium salt of carboxylic acid is dissociated along with 2 moles of water. Now students, in this reaction, both H plus combine together and form hydrogen gas. Whenever sodium salt of carboxylic acid dissociate Na plus, the OH minus from the water is reacts with Na plus. They will form 2 moles of NaOH. NaOH students. And when you supply the current, so now every acetate ka CO2 is liberated from the methyl group. So now this is CO2. So third byproduct is CO2. And now these two alkyl group combine together and you will get ethane over here, students. Every time in coal-based electrolysis, you will get 3 byproducts. One is the main product over here. Again, students, you have a 2 moles of sodium acetate, 2 moles of water. When you supply the current, CH3COONA, Na plus, water is dissociate OH minus and H plus. Again, you have take 1 mole. Now H and H form H2. NaOH form 2 NaOH. Now both CO2 gas liberate and form 2 moles of CO2. Now 2 moles of methyl get together and form CH3 students. Now student, in this reaction, hydrogen is positively charged and we know that cathode is negatively charged. So hydrogen is liberated over here and always on the cathode electrolysis process, H2 gas liberate on cathode, students. And now always anode, your alkane will be formed. So sometimes the question is very simple. On coal-based electrolysis, which gas liberate on anode? So your answer will be hydrogen, which will form at anode. Your answer will be alkane. So alkane will be formed at anode, H2 form at cathode, and now CO2 and Na2O, students. Ca2 and NaOH, they are in the solution. Students. So alkane form at anode, cathode pe form H2, and then now these 2 products are present in the solution. So these 2 is the byproduct. This is liberate on cathode. This is form at anode, students. This is clear. Students. This reaction is given in your book, students. 2 moles of CH3COONA, see your book, students, plus 2 H2O. Now 2 moles of CH3CONA on dissociate. So student, in your book, you represent this type of reaction, student. Come on. Whenever CH3COONA is dissociate, you will get CH3COO minus, Na plus, water H plus and OH minus. When you have 2 moles, always in a coal-based electrolysis, we require 2 moles of salt plus 2 moles of water, students. Clear? Now, every time H2 gas liberate on cathode, anode form always alkane. Arya, please unmute.
Yes, sir.
Can this reaction clear?
Yes, sir.
H2 gas form at which electrode?
Cathode.
Why?
Because H is positively charged and cathode.
H is positively charged and cathode is negatively charged. So H plus ion migrate towards cathode. Very good, students. Akansh, alkane form which electrode? Akansh, Sajid. Alkanes form which electrode?
Alkane anode.
Anode. You tell me, in coal-based electrolysis, always you want how many salt of carboxylic acid and how many moles of H2O?
2 moles.
2 moles, students. Very good, students. Is that clear? Now I will give you one more example. You write in your red book, students. If suppose there is you solve this question. 2 moles of C2H5 COONA plus 2H2O on electrolysis. You write this reaction in your red book. You write this reaction in your red book, student. Come on. सब लोग lower end कर लो please. आर्या के देव, काव्या, निनाद. Now, how many students जो इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर चुके हैं, हैंड रेज करो. कम ऑन. Always you require 2 moles of salt. Come on students, come on. Come on student. Yeah, Krina, tell me which alkanes? Butane. Very good students. Your alkane will be butane over here. So again, whenever this type of question come in the examination, first your representation like this: C2H5 COO minus and Na plus. Water is dissociate OH minus and H plus. You have a 2 moles. Same molecules right over here. Now you cut this. So students, C2H5, your answer will be C4H10, CO2, 2 moles of CO2 is removed, NaOH, 2 moles of sodium hydroxide form, and H2 gas form on cathode student. H2 gas form at cathode student. So now butane form at the anode, and now student, hydrogen gas form at cathode student. I think clear students. Now open your notebook students, please. Open your notebook. This is the preparation of alkanes ka 6th reaction. CH3COONA, 2 moles with 2 moles of H2O. Electrolysis is given on the arrow. In the second one, 2 moles of CH3CH, CH3, CH2COONA with 2 moles of H2O. In Sunday test examination, in Thursday DCT, this 2 moles, I will not give you 2 moles student. You assume in the examination. In electrolysis process, we require 2 moles of salt and 2 moles of H2O. Now the reaction number 3rd. सब लोग lower end कर लो please. Come on students. Once you done all 4 questions, raise your hand please. Come on, students. Manjiri, unmute.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer in first question?
C.
You have to take 2 moles of this salt, okay? Follow Manjiri, what is the answer? Rest of all students, please chat पे answer करो. What is the answer of first question? What is the answer of first question? Very good, Anushka. Very good, Karansha. Sujal, very good. Bhavya, very good. Aryan, very good. What is the answer of first question, student? Come on. What is the answer of first question, student? Come on. Yeah, Mithil Goradia. What is the answer?
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, ethane.
Ethane. Very good. You have to take 2 moles of this, students. Again, CH3COO minus Na plus, CH3COO minus Na plus, and water is also dissociated. OH minus and H plus, students. H2 gas, NaOH, 2 moles of CO2. Now your answer will be C2H6, CH3CH3, along with 2 moles of NaOH, along with 2 moles of CO2, along with H2 gas. Now come on, student. How many student knows second question ka answer? Come on. How many student knows second question ka answer? Student, come on. Akansh, tell me.
Sir, I have not done this.
Okay. Student, this is, you have a 2 moles of this. So your representation like this, CH3CH, CH3, CH2COONA. The same molecules downwards. Now student, we know that 2 moles of H2 over here and 2 moles of salt. Now you cut H2 gas, 2 moles of NaOH, 2 moles of CO2. Now this CH2 combined with this CH2. So your answer will be CH3CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, CH3 and CH3. Your answer will be 2,5 dimethylhexane. Your answer will be 2,5 dimethylhexane. Your answer will be 2,5 dimethylhexane. Byproduct will be same, NaOH, CO2 and H2O, students. Now, the second question ka answer is 2,5 dimethylhexane. 2,5 dimethylhexane along with 2 NaOH, 2 CO2 plus H2, students. Now the third question. How many student knows this question ka answer? Come on. The number is only 24. Remaining 90 students are failed. Daksh, tell me what is the answer of question number 3rd? Tell me, Daksh.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
C6H14 plus, then 2CO2, then 2NaOH, then H2.
Very good, student. Your answer will be C6H14 plus 2NaOH plus 2CO2 plus H2, students. Come on, very good. And now this question is same as this question. Same as this question, but one carbon is extra over here. So now, come on, you solve this question. You solve this question and your answer, you write your answer on chat, please. अभी तक एक स्टूडेंट ने आंसर किया है एंड वेरी गुड कृष्णा मोरबिया, दिस इज वेरी गुड आंसर. अनुष्का दोशी, वेरी गुड आंसर. दीप, वेरी गुड आंसर. आदित्य, वेरी गुड. रिदो बनर्जी, वेरी गुड. वेरी गुड स्टूडेंट्स. सुजल, या कृष, दिवित गुप्ता.
Yes.
व्हाट इज आंसर?
2,7 dimethyl octane.
Very
Plus-
nice. 2,7 dimethyl octane. Very good, students. Because you revised 2 times. You revised 2 times, students. 2,7 dimethyl octane along with byproducts NaOH, CO2 and H2, students. Now come on. Question number 5. Question number 5, students. Electrolysis of sodium acetate in aqueous solution. Electrolysis of sodium acetate in aqueous solution. The product alkane name is, come on, you solve this reaction. Come on, students. Electrolysis of sodium acetate in aqueous solution. Electrolysis of sodium acetate in aqueous solution. The alkane formation is, so now the solution is, you have 2 moles of sodium acetate with 2 moles of water, students. On electrolysis, first of all, you have 2 moles of sodium acetate along with water. You will form H2 gas over here. You will form NaOH over here. You cut this also. Your answer will be ethane along with 2 CO2 gas, along with 2 NaOH, along with H2 gas. Come on. So your answer will be ethane. Your answer will be ethane, student. Your answer will be ethane over here. Your answer will be ethane. Now, second question solve karo. You write the same question, but acetate is replaced by butanoate. Come on. Question number 6. You write the same question, but acetate की जगह आपको butanoate लिखना है, student. You replace acetate by butanoate. Question is same. In place of acetate, you write the butanoate, student. How many student knows this question ka answer? Come on. You have a sodium butanoate, student. Come on. You follow the mechanism over here. Come on, students. Yeah, Tanish Esha. Tell me, beta.
Sir, it will be hexane.
Very good. Hexane along with?
Sir, 2CO2, 2NaOH and H2.
Very good. If student you are taking sodium butanoate, the answer will be hexane, C6H14. C6H14. Your answer will be H14 hexane. Now come on student, one more reaction. Electrolysis of sodium pentanoate in aqueous solution. The alkane name is, come on student. Come on student, you find the product over here. You find the product over here, students. Now, what is the answer, Meet Parekh?
Pentane.
No, wrong answer, no. Why pentane? Why pentane? Tell me, beta.
Octane.
Octane, very good answer. Student, you have a sodium pentanoate. The structure is CH3, CH2, 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 COONA, along with water, students. You have 2 moles of sodium pentanoate, 2 moles of water over here. So you write this type: CH3, CH2, 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 COO minus, Na plus, OH minus, and H plus. You have a 2 mole, student. So your answer will be octane. Release 2 moles of CO2 gas, release 2 moles of NaOH and H2 gas over here. Very good, beta. Now, I will give you a very, very important reaction, student. Student, if you have CH3COOH reacts with NaOH, this is neutralization reaction, and you will have a over here. Now this A reacts with NaH and NaOH and CaO. Student, this reaction is decarboxylation. You will get B and C. And student, in this reaction, you have a electrolysis in presence of water. So you tell me what is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Come on, students. You will get A, B, C, D, E, F, G, students. Always you follow your concept, please. Acetic acid plus NaOH will give you A. A reacts with soda lime. You know that what is the soda lime ka role play? The role of soda lime is removal of Na2CO3. Yeah, Deep beta. Tell me what is A?
Sir, I'm still doing.
A भी नहीं हो अभी तक.
No, sir. Sir, A will be CH4.
नहीं, A will be CH3COONA. This is neutralization reaction along with water. A will be CH3COONA along with water, students. Now come on, this is which reaction? Deep. This is which reaction?
Sir, now
this is which reaction? This reaction is decarboxylation.
Yes, sir.
Miloni, what is the answer? B.
So B is Na2CO3 and C is CH4.
आंसर बी का होगा CH4 along with Na2CO3.
So the order doesn't matter, right? We can call B.
चलेगा 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 चलेगा. Don't worry. And Melanie, now you tell me D, E, F, G. D, E, F, G. बोलिए, tell me.
So I don't. Okay, yeah.
This is 2 moles. D, E,
Yes.
F, G. This is 2 moles and 2
Yes, sir.
moles.
So this. So wait. So actually I was doing it. So this will
Ethane.
be
2 moles of NaOH. 2 moles of
plus
CO2 plus
H2
H2.
and CO2. Yeah, 2 moles of CO2.
Come on, student, come on. Now, I will give you the second reaction, please. This type of reaction, Sunday test और आपको DCT में होगा confirm. CH3, CH2, CH2, COH plus NaOH. A reacts with NaOH and CaO का mixture on heating. B, and now you have a 2H2 over here, electrolysis. You write the C over here. You write the C over here, students. You write the C over here, students. How many student knows this answer? Come on. A, B, C. You write the B and C में only alkane. You write the B and C only alkane, not byproducts. Tell me, Anushka Doshi.
A will be CH3, COONA.
Very good.
B will be
B will be
B will be
propane. Very good.
C will be hexane.
Very, very good, students. I'm very proud of you. First is sodium butanoate. B is propane. C is hexane, students. Always in decarboxylation, we have only 1 moles of sodium, salt of carboxylic acid. In coal-based electrolysis, we require 2 moles of sodium, salt of carboxylic acid, students. Now, reaction number 3. CH3, CH2, COOH reacts with NaOH. Will give you A reacts with NaOH CO का mixture on heating. Will give you B. It will react with water, electrolysis. Will give you C. Identify A, B, and C, student. Come on. Identify A, B, and C, student. Come on. How many students knows this answer? Come on. Trina, tell me.
A will be CH3, CH2, COONA.
Okay.
B will be ethane and C will be butane.
Very good, students. Very proud of you. Now, these two reactions, decarboxylation and electrolysis, is very, very important reaction. Now, come on in your red book, students, and I will write the limitations of coal-based electrolysis. First, we cannot make methane by this reaction. In coal-based electrolysis, Methane cannot be formed by this reaction. Methane cannot be formed by this reaction. Second limitation, only we can form symmetrically alkane by this reaction. Only we can form symmetrical alkane by this reaction. Only we can form symmetrical alkane by this reaction. Only we can form symmetrical alkane by this reaction. Symmetrical alkane by this reaction. Now, reaction number 7 to formation of alkane. On page number 9, student, reduction of carboxylic acid. Reduction of carboxylic acid. Student, suppose I will take CH3COOH, reacts with HI. In this reaction, hydrogen iodide is reducing agent. You mentioned in this reaction. Hydrogen iodide acts as a reducing agent in this reaction. This is reduction process. Now, student, I will tell you a very simple shortcut. In this carboxylic oxide, you have a 2 carbon. So the number of same carbon of carboxylic acid form same number of carbon ka alkane, student. So you will get CH3 already here because you have a 2 carbon ka acid, student. Now there is 2 oxygen. In this reaction, we know that every H2O molecule has 1 atom. You have a 2 atom over here, so you remove always 2 H2O over here. Now you balance this equation. You have a 2 carbon, already 2 carbon. You have a 10 hydrogen over here, but you have only 4 hydrogen. That's why you multiply by 6. Now, student, hydrogen is already balanced, oxygen is already balanced, carbon is already balanced. 6Hi is not balanced. So, student, you can write 3I2. So, student, this is a shortcut. By the reduction of carboxylic acid, the alkane is having same carbon of carboxylic acid. The acid which has 2 carbon, 3 carbon, 4 carbon, the alkane is same carbon, students. Clear? Now the second reaction, CH3CH2COOH with 6Hi. You tell me, student, how many carbon in this acid? Come on. How many carbon in this acid? Your answer will be 3. So, which alkane form? Come on. Which alkane should be formed over here? Come on. Your answer will be propane. CH3CH2CH3. Now 2 moles of H2O and 3 moles of I2, students. Now I will give you one more reaction. Please mention in your book. CH3CH2CH2COOH reacts with 6Hi. Come on. CH3CH2CH2COH react with 6Hi. You find out all 3 products. Come on. You find out all 3 products, student. Come on. Dhruvin Shah, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Which
Sir,
3
I'm
products you
solving.
have?
Sir, I'm doing.
You are PCM or PC batch?
Sir, PCM.
PCM. How many carbon in this acid?
4.
So which alkane will be formed?
Butane.
So tell me now, khatam baat. Butane. Butane. Byproduct will be same always. H2O plus 3I2. In any reaction you write. In any reaction you write acids ke niche there is carbon, alkane this carbon, acid this carbon, alkane this carbon. You have a shortcut of this reduction of carboxylic acid, students. Now, come on. All preparation of alkanes finished. Total 7 methods is given, student. Now, come on. I will discuss second part of alkanes chapter, physical properties. In physical properties, always the first topic is nature. Nature को कट कर दो स्टूडेंट, नेचर से कभी क्वेश्चन नहीं आता. You cut this nature. In the physical properties, the important point is solubility, which is given on page number 10. Solubility. Student, all types of hydrocarbon, alkane, alkene, and alkyne, always non-polar. What is the means of non-polar? Whenever your organic compound contains fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, your organic compound should be polar. But student, alkane, alkene, and alkyne, all three carbon does not contain fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. That's why non-polar. And student, non-polar substance is always insoluble with water. So student, you mention a point over here. All types of hydrocarbon always insoluble with water. Always insoluble with water. Always insoluble with water. All types of hydrocarbon always insoluble with water. All types of hydrocarbon always insoluble with water, because hydrocarbon is the non-polar part. You tell me, student, this is polar hydrocarbon or non-polar hydrocarbon? Tell me, this is polar or non-polar? Come on. This alcohol is polar or non-polar? This alcohol is polar or non-polar? Because of oxygen, presence of oxygen, this is a polar component, students. Clear? Now, every alkane, every alkene, every alkyne is insoluble with water, students. Now, property number 3, boiling point, which is on page number 10. I have already discussed boiling point ka concept. In boiling point, we know that boiling point of alkanes depend upon the surface area of alkane. Surface area of alkane. When the surface area more, boiling point is more, student. One example is given in your book in boiling point. Pentane, 2-methyl butane, 2,2 dimethyl propane, students. Pentane is N-pentane, 2-methyl butane is isopentane, and 2,2 dimethyl propane is neopentane. You know the answer, students. N-iso-neo. In the very first lecture, I had discussed, students, once you have a isomer of alkanes, the alkane which is having more number of branch, having least boiling point, students. And now the fourth point is density. You cut the density as well as nature point. In the physical property, you have to learn only 2 points, solubility as well as boiling point, students. Now come on, you write your homework, please. In Blue Book of Alkanes, you solve question number 1 to 41. In Blue Book of Alkanes, you solve question number 1 to 41. And the second point, you learn all this preparation of reaction once, and your homework should be submit on tomorrow till 6 p.m. In the next lecture, student, I will ask you all preparation methods of alkanes with limitation notes, students. And I will start a very, very important topic, chemical properties of alkanes, students. Clear? Now, अब स्टूडेंट जिसको भी डाउट्स है वो पूछ सकता है, अदरवाइज आप लीव कर सकते हैं.